Hey, y'all. It's a late night session. This could get fun. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hey, Duchess. Fancy to see you here. Just joking. Hey, Dazed and Amazed. Hey, Lacey Ann. Hey, Mel. Hey, Aries. I hope you guys have all had a good weekend. We're going to talk for a little while and do what we do best. I guess we gas things up. So, we're going to keep on gassing things up. Let's go. How are all of you? How was your weekend? What you up to? We are going to do some fun stuff. I'm trying to load a clip really quick. Duchess made another TikTok that's quite hysterical. So I'm trying to get it loaded to my computer really quick so I can share it with you guys. What'd you do this weekend? Anybody do anything fun? You get some self-care in? You do some resting? Anybody got anything fun to share with us? There she be. Okay, let's let that load up. I'll share it with you guys in a little bit. Go back up here. Hey, Banana Pug. Hey, B-Fam, Nash Native. Crafty Girl, Revival. Catherine, Just Debbie. Screenshot this. Amy, Lady Tiger Official. JC. Marley. Why did I never hear about BJ's boyfriend ruining a memorial and more until today? She's the idiot that just keeps on gifting. Well, yeah, there's a whole lot. Hey, TK. Hey, Snowflakes. Chico. Carla, Marcy, Hetty, Skedaddling, Proud Mimi, Amy, Mimi of 8, K-Mash, Up to Good, Robin, Tinkerboo, Proud Mimi, Shelly, Peppermint Patty, Rabbit Hole Survivor, LFT, Tebow, You Crocheted and Painted, Tonka Girl. Well, don't let me keep you up. Don't let me keep you up. If you're going to bed, go to bed. You can watch this tomorrow. It'll still be here. You slept your life. You know what, Lacey Ann? Rest is really good. Hey, Lee the Bee. Hey, Lorraine. You're sorting Legos. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Hey, Sherry. Happy birthday to your grandson, Amy. I bet that was nice. Hey, Loose Lucy, Lazy. Hey, nothing. Celebrated your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Skedaddling. I hope you had a great time. Ew. Wait, all my baby jumping spiders have left the egg case. Nature Rocks, I'm not sure I want to go into that subject. I might end up sleeping with one eye open and checking corners and things I'm not really sure, but congrats, I guess. Hey, Canvas and Crime. Oh, that's awesome, Canvas and Crime. That sounds amazing. I hope you had a good time. Hey, Natalie and Tallulah. Just Robin, Lily, Patty Ponytail, Lila B, Anyaka, you got a massage. That's great. Hey, Emily. Okay, Tonka girl, but if you need to go to bed, don't let me keep you. Yeah, sorting Legos is a pain in the ass. Hey, Whitebird. Hey, Janice in accounting. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hey, One Shot. I hope you had a great weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead, One Shot. Hey, Lily Rose, Robin, Winter. Yeah, Natalie, I'll pass to you on that subject. I don't really have, but Kyle will probably pop in the comment section, and we might never see him return if we're talking about that. So. Never say never. Yeah, Duchess. Duchess does Missing Mondays. Make sure you guys, Duchess, will you drop your link, please? Make sure you check out her Missing Mondays, y'all. We need to start pushing. She does an amazing awareness. So if you are here and you live all over she does cases from all over the country. So please stop by, support, give it a thumbs up. The more awareness we bring to the missing, and she does such a great job on Mondays. Sometimes she has to push it till Tuesdays, but she always does a great job with those and gets a lot of awareness for a lot of different faces out there. Hey, Anne. Oh, Janice, just laying down. I hope you had a good weekend. Hey, True Love has 4 paws. LFT, thank you for the super sticker. I hope you had a great weekend. We're not having any wind tonight, Aries. Of course, we don't really have much craziness here. Hey, women are sacred, not scared. I hope you're having a good weekend. Hey, Darzilla, Jeep Babe, Bex, Cat's Eye. You got to craft all weekend. Oh, Janice, you're so sweet. Oh, trigger warning. You are now participating in a vile chat. Well, you know, I'd rather participate in what's called a vile chat than a let me walk away. Let me not. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Hey, Lady K. All right, you guys want to talk some shit? You want to talk some shit? By the way, this is an after dark stream. It is, of course, 18 plus. So if you are under the age of 18, you shouldn't even be getting notifications because my channel is set for adults only. But if you do not like sarcasm, bluntness, any of the things, if you have sensitive, like to sensitive topics or foul language, chances are you probably want to exit and come back for the next one or one in a couple days or something else. I get a little bit more off kilter after dark, so warning now. You're a cootie? Well, I found out, I was today years old when I found out that it's because of my own religious trauma that I have a personal issue with BJ. Meanwhile, I've had problems with BJ because of her lying. Since I first started reviewing her and didn't even know she used faith manipulation until I'd already established that she was a liar who lies to lie. But I learned something new today about myself. So there's that. You always learning and growing. Hey, yes, Francisco, Skip, Emily, Mama Bear. You got the cooties, Cat's Eye? Hey, Sunny Cat. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it interesting the things you learn about yourself on this app? Right, Misty Blue? Yeah. Well, that wasn't her that said that. So, hey, Aerostar. Vile chat means an awake chat, Christy. I mean, hey, Kimberly. That wasn't her that said that, just so you guys know that. Faith manipulation is when they use religion, any type of belief system to weaponize it to harm other people and condone their poor behavior and hurting people. They basically weaponize religion and the capacity to demean and invalidate feelings, and as a tool. It's not something that they really believe in. It's used as a weapon to hurt others. And they use faith to manipulate their audiences. Hey, Jen. Yeah, Whitebird, it really is. But that's not the premise of why I don't like her. I mean, it plays into it. Yeah, I can identify it because I have a lot of trauma in that arena, and I'm very open with that, and that will never be weaponized against me. So there's that. Hey, Sammy. Chico, that's good. Yeah, John Doe. Isn't that interesting? The demons and devils. It's like, what the fuck? Well, Bex, that wasn't BJ that said that. Hey, Kimberly again. I didn't. The Mad King. I hung out with Am today. So I didn't watch. I popped in for 1 second and she had a microphone and it died when I popped in. And I was like, yeah, no thanks. Hey, you know, chaos. Yeah, a lot of people, millions of people, women are sacred. A lot of people have religious trauma. Hey, coffee addict. Hey, Jennifer, I am definitely not alone in that. Yeah, and Yaka, there's, I'm with you on that. Hey, Laura. Hey, Chris. Hey, Blues Girl, Liberty Farmer. All right, you guys ready? Y'all ready to go? Ooh, Jen, I'm really sorry about that. I'm incredibly sorry about that. There's unfortunately so much pain for so many people around religion, cults, not cults. Like, there is so much. So I'm incredibly sorry for that. Hey, Angie. And again, and I have complete respect for other people's religion, whatever your belief systems are, but don't weaponize it to hurt other people, and don't condone liars by using my personal trauma to try and condemn me for her being a liar. I don't like her because she's a liar who manipulates whatever the situation is, whether it's faith, whether it's whatever the case may be. She uses everything to cover and condone her own lies, trying to invalidate me by saying I have some sort of personal thing with her because of my own personal trauma with religion is invalidating so many people that she has actually hurt and harmed based on her lies. I'm not one of those people. I actually don't have a lot of triggers when it comes to her. And the ones I do have on a personal level, I openly stated. So let's go. Hey, X. So we're going to go to last night. We're going to start with BJ and we're going to go to Betty because we can. So last night she talked about the filing sum. This all falls under fair use. Let's see what we have here because this gets fucking funny.
You feel your head.
Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. I'm sure some of you will be falling asleep as we do this because it's late for some of you.
But I got a couple of things I want to show y'all and talk to you about because I'm really quite disgusted. And as you guys know, Tuesday we have that filing, that court date.
Hey, Gary.
And there are no shortages of people messaging and leaving, comments and stuff telling me my day is coming. The 18th is my day of reckoning. Ironically, as weird as that is. Hold on a minute. Give me just a second. These people, man. Oh, please. Damn it. All right, give me just a second.
You got an hour of time? Oh.
Stubbs, I'm jealous.
What?
It was 70 over there.
Oh, I wish.
Right?
It's 38 and cloudy and rainy here. It's like right on the bubble. It's not close enough to snow, but it's not cold enough to, it's not warm enough. Or yeah.
Agent 99, I don't really have any expectations for Tuesday either because this is such a new thing. It's the first anti-slap that's, I think, going to be heard in court since this law went into effect. So I'm sure it'll be kind of interesting. I don't know all the different outcomes that could come from it. So I don't really have any expectations either myself. I'm hopeful for a really good outcome, but I have a feeling that there'll be multiple court dates. But again, I don't know. I have no idea.
I just hate this weather. I hate this place.
Miserable.
It's just,
Miserable.
I don't like the state. I don't like the weather. Oh, hot mess.
Oh my God. I want to address this first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give anything more than whose channel this is from because that person doesn't matter at all. But Liza Rowe, remember Liza used to be here on this channel. Liza
Mhm.
came in all the time. But if y'all notice, people are flip-floppers. Very fickle, very, very fickle. They'll hop, they'll come here for a little while, then go over there.
So it's obviously very clear whose chat that's from because if you look right here, you'll see Duchess with the wrench saying nonsense with all the laughy faces. So it's the channel of the person who shall remain nameless. Hey, Mercedes girl, that'd be our channel, our vile chat.
Come back over here. I'm telling you now, I'm getting to the point where, like, if people do that, I don't want them to come back because that's not the kind of people that I won't subscribe to me. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It happens a lot. Liza has already flip-flopped like 2 or 3 times.
So Liza is a go anywhere she wants. She's a grown adult who isn't flip-flopping. She came in here, had a lot of questions. We answered a lot, had a lot of engaging conversation. In fact, one time I even said to her, like, I know you have a lot of disagreeing opinions with me, and you're welcome to be here and chat with us and ask the questions and say what you think. She did. She engaged with us, and here she is. She also comes to your chat and does the very same thing. She's a grown adult who can go where she wants. But I guess this is a problem because it says Brits never shared GoFundMe for 8 months. Subs know it. She knows it. Unless I missed it, the timing is suspect. That's all. Where's the problem with that? She has never seen you share a GoFundMe in the 8 months that she's been around your channel. She said, unless I missed it. Did you do one? Did you? She seems pretty respectful, actually.
You don't want wishy-washy.
No, we don't need that. None of us need that. So she said this in a chat. Britt has never shared GoFundMe for 8 months. Subs know it. She knows it. Unless I missed it, the timing is suspect. That's all. The timing's not suspect.
Marcy, I'm really sorry. I will for sure. You guys, please keep Marcy's family in your thoughts and prayers.
You have to be careful about what you share and who you share.
Hey, Chris.
And no, I don't make it a habit to share GoFundMes because the subscribers aren't made of money. I can't just pump out fundraisers all day long.
Oh, no, Chris.
I mean, nobody would do that.
Chris, I'm so sorry. That's multiple now in just a couple weeks that you've endured. I am really sorry, Chris. Marcy. Yeah, everybody that's going through it, you guys. There's so many people around us that are really going through a lot of shit. I'm sorry for your loss, Chris. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by chat, but I'm sorry for everybody going through shit. I'm glad you guys are here to like support each other though.
Yeah.
But this person has no clue what she's talking about because there are about 4 or 5 people that I can think of whose links I have shared in my chat just this past year alone.
Okay.
Retro, my friend or ex-friend Retro. Remember, I dropped her links and asked you guys if y'all could help her. She was a single mom with car trouble. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Or remember Seth? He was down on his luck. I shared his link out. I shared the fundraiser.
She said a GoFundMe. Brits never shared GoFundMe. She specified what she's talking about. She didn't say links. She says GoFundMe.
Or the GoFundMe the other day.
Yeah.
I help people, but I don't do it a lot because you can't.
You got hot mess in your
Her
back.
buddy,
chat.
Beth.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Your phone.
This just set me off because I'm like, Liza, you don't even know what you're talking about because obviously you don't pay attention. There's nothing. They're still going on.
Even said, unless I missed it. That's what she said, unless I missed it. If she missed it, correct it. Show the proof. I'm sure she's talking about a GoFundMe. I mean, or don't.
This fundraiser, this GoFundMe for this girl is fraud. Absolutely. Nobody should ever have to.
Oh, by the way, to whomever started the rumor, I know exactly where it started, and I'm not interested to even utter a single name because attention seeking 101. Anyways, I did not say anything about a GoFundMe for this motorcycle victim as being fraudulent, fake, any of the whatever the fuck at this point. I never once said that. So, but that's being ran with.
Explain themselves like that.
And I did hear that the fool fucking corrected it, ran into a chat before the live stream started and made a comment. So fucking corrected it that way, but have it on a live stream. You fucking idiot. This is why these people, like, I don't fuck with these people because they just get caught up in lies. Like lying for no fucking reason. Like, why are you lying? If I would have said it was a fraud, then okay, but clip it. Show where I did. I didn't.
Then this person says I sound like I'm stoned on cold medicine.
You do.
Oh, come on.
You did.
Ugh.
You did.
Jesus.
You were taking cold.
And then they're saying I fell asleep. There's nothing about me that fell asleep last night.
Nope.
Nothing.
There's not.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. These people say I go to sleep.
You
When I
talked
don't.
true crime literally until
Hey,
6 o'clock this
Polish.
morning,
Yep. Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
and we had a good time yesterday and last night.
Yep. We did.
So
I've never seen
stupid.
people so miserable in their lives, like all of them.
Yep. Sure are. Sure
Hmm.
are. So there's something that I want to show you guys. This bothered me greatly because I think that there are ways to do things and you don't have to. You absolutely.
You realize never mind. Keep on doing this and then blaming me for people like being so pissed at you. Keep doing this.
Do not have to
You're pushing these people away, not me.
mock God in order to get back at someone just because they're a Christian.
God.
Gibby, this is low even for you. And there's something else I want to address as far as one of my mods go.
You're weaponizing it. That's the problem. You're weaponizing it, BJ. And you can't even step back and look at it.
I don't know if Yvette is here, but there's two things that I'm going to share. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh,
I see you, SW. Hi, SW.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I have a question for you, Brittany.
Uh-huh.
Why do you listen to all their crap?
I don't.
We don't really.
I don't listen to any of it. The only way I know about
Really?
stuff is if somebody sends me something. But I heard this today, and
Or if they tag you in a ridiculous
yeah, or they.
post.
Well, you know what? I don't even tag. I mean, I don't
Wanda,
check my
this-
tags anymore. I'm gonna tell you, I got a problem.
Wanda, I know that a lot of them call themselves true crime. That's one thing I'm definitely not as true crime, not even close to true crime. Right now, we're discussing the filing and the jokes around the filing. She's actually going to get into talking about the filing. So that's what I'm interested in. But most of these people don't talk true crime, if we're being honest here. They exploit cases.
With that too. Let's talk about that. YouTube needs to do something about people being able to tag you in their post. Yvette's with her
Oh.
boyfriend. That's funny. People need to do something about adding you.
There's a setting for that. I'll show you how.
There's public content. It's public content to tag you in their
Okay.
posts.
Well, I need it because I have
I'll
a
show you
certain
how to do it.
creator who is using my name.
Oh,
And let me tell you, if you type this person's name in the search bar, you can't find her. You can't find her.
we actually tried it today on my TV from a random account, and you can find my channel.
By her own channel name.
But you can find it when you put you in there too.
But if you type in my name, her fucking videos come up.
Well, yeah, of course. It's your
If that's not infuriating, I don't know what is.
algorithm.
So what that is a common tactic that some channels use
Yeah.
to poach subs off of someone. You see what I'm saying? Like some
No, it's just like how you use the name of the case you're covering so it gets in the algorithm. I'm getting it in the algorithm so people can see it. That's what the point is, right? Tagging someone is saying, hey, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your public content to get it in the algorithm so they can see what you're saying truthfully and the lies you're telling. That's why we correct misinformation.
somebody types in my name to look
Mhm.
for my videos and hers
Right.
comes up because she
Right.
tagged me.
It's not against terms of
And it makes
service.
me so like I'm going to figure out a way to prevent if I have to. I think I'm going to trademark my name. I'm going to trademark both of them.
I'm gonna
That'll work wonderfully for her, trust and believe.
drop in back chat the how you do it. Okay.
Okay.
I love this. I love
It's disgusting. It's a way. I mean, nobody should be able to poach subs off somebody like that. And it's like, here's your sign. If you
I'm not poaching subs off you like that. That's not how it goes. If they want to stay, they stay. They see what I'm doing. If they want to come back, I'm you can't poach subs this way. If people continue to come back over there, they continue to come back over there. It's either like anyways.
have to type in, like, if you can't even be found by someone typing in your name,
It's
you
so
might need to
funny.
do things to get yourself on the algorithm a little and not use my name.
Oh no.
I'm just saying.
I'm doing
Weirdo.
content on you.
It is crazy, Justice for
It-
Alyssa. It's not fair either at all. All right, so
It's the respectful thing to do. Acknowledging that's who you're talking about.
hold on a second.
Trigger, good night. Praying for you to have a better day tomorrow.
Poaching subs. Again, Granny's name is hashtagged in this. And of course, unfortunately, this is Granny's real life that this filing is affecting, on top of barbecues as the defendants and even all the plaintiffs. I'm sure it's impacting their real lives too. But they chose to take part in this filing. Granny and those guys didn't ask for this. So again, if people are seeing the truth and can hear what's being said about this filing and these, honest mistakes, it's sure, I'm just doing my part. If that's poaching subs, then okay. The truth matters and people deserve to see the truth. If I was being accused of some heinous ass shit that I didn't do, I would hope that the timeline and the facts would matter.
Zoe, it's probably because you got one of the mini memberships over there. That's why you get her notifications, even though you're not sub to her.
And you don't watch. Why?
Yep.
How does that work?
I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah, we got people in here watching all the time and they don't get gifted.
Yeah, I know.
If it makes you feel any better, every once in a while I get a free gift from Queen Bees.
That's what we're talking about.
And I laugh things out because I'm like, that was a waste of money.
This is so fucking funny. It's so cheesy though. Like,
Excuse me. There's a comment. There's a comment that needs to be.
It's already deleted.
Thank you.
The girls got it.
one thing I can say is I came on this like I used to take Molly and shit. And Molly never Molly loved when people talked about her. That was one thing with Molly. She loved it. So she didn't complain about being tagged in shit ever. She whatever attention she could get.
I am logging in so I can see chat because otherwise I can't see it on my phone.
Okay.
Okay, I just posted the link in back chat, Britt, of how you can do that.
She stepped away for a second. Kelsey, I'll let her know.
Jay started reading the filing the other day, and I highly encourage you guys to go watch that. Granny's going to keep you guys updated on the current stuff. She has been, what her attorney is filing, reading out, the things. She's been keeping you guys up to date on that stuff and doing a great job. I've been going listening to that and then coming back here to see what are the things that they have claimed. It's important to know, what are we even looking at?
Sadly, she sounds terrible, but I'm glad she doesn't feel as bad as she sounds.
It stays, as long as it stays in her head. I've had it for 3 days now. As long as it stays in the head, she's going to be fine. It starts out like a really nasty head cold.
My poor 90-year-old mother got it in her chest, and she hasn't stopped coughing yet. And it's been 3 weeks.
Oh, I've been coughing.
Okay, what the fuck? Is this a game now? Did they just put that shit in there on purpose? Is this the fourth one we've heard a shart in it? Or is my computer tripping out?
Stays in the head, she's going to be fine. It starts out like a really nasty head cold.
My poor 90-year-old mother got it in her chest, and she hasn't stopped coughing yet. And it's been 3 weeks.
Oh, I've been coughing. Mine's starting. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm dying, but I feel sick. I mean, my head's all stuffed up.
Might be the birds.
Sorry, both were going. Okay, now I can see chat. Does that mean I get 2 likes?
Nice, huh?
So who has the bird?
Me, Mischief.
Mischief. I love the sound of it. It's very
It's pitch black in here. And listen to him. It's dark in here. My computer screen is the only thing on, and it is set at the dimmest that it can be set at. Yeah, they never shut up. Ever.
See, I would
Get a
love
bird, they
that.
said. It'll be fun, they said.
I want a macaw or an African gray, and my husband said no.
The whole neighborhood will know you have a bird. The whole neighborhood.
The F word would be the first.
Okay, I'm going to skip a lot. We're probably going to come back to this, but I'm going to skip a huge chunk. Okay, so you heard the first part where she's like bitching about the comment section over here, but I want to skip to this part because I want to transition into some Betty. I want to throw in some other stuff in here beyond just her. But this part right here is some crazy shit, if I'm being honest. This is some weird shit that she did last night.
Will help them. Nothing we say. So basically an attorney
Listen to that.
actually
Listen.
They slap past.
nothing we say will help them. Nothing we say.
Nothing we say will help them. Nothing we say. See, this is what they have been doing for months now,
Hold on.
trying to intimidate the plaintiffs.
You guys are on the wrong screen. Hold on. Hold on. You guys are on the wrong one. So for you guys that do these, a trick to this is pull it up into, if you have multiple different timestamps, pull the same timestamp up on multiple different tabs, and then add one at the back so you can have your next timestamp up and the other one at the front. I figured out a trick. Here we go.
Easy. It's absolutely crazy the amount of harassment that's going on right now. And then there's a channel, and I want to say this now. She who shall not be named. Somebody said that the reason that I won't name this channel is because she's telling the truth about me. Are you kidding me? This person twists and manipulates the truth. She's one of those people that.
So that would be me. I twist and manipulate the truth. Okay. All right. Sure.
Freaking takes something and bends and distorts it to fit her narrative.
Bending and distorting by showing timestamps on a video of your own words. Pulling the toggle straight across, no editing, no out of context, no anything. But that was bent and distorted. Oh, okay. I'm real fucking good. I did that right in front of your faces and you didn't even know it.
I won't say this person's name because they're using mine to grow their channel.
Oh.
And I'm not giving her anything.
You tried that 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago almost. Yeah, you said the same thing. Yes, I am growing. Oh, there's my lighter. I'm growing because of people being willing to come and look for themselves. Yep. I'm not growing because of your name. I'm growing because once you see somebody lie to you over and over again and how this happens, a lot of people can't unsee it.
The fact that she keeps coming after me,
and again, laws need to change to protect victims, and it also needs to change in the court system that we can't make false allegations against people when our fifis are hurt, because especially people in the true crime arena should be standing against any type of weaponization of false accusations in a court system. It doesn't matter if they asked for XYZ. It should have never been allowed to be filed to begin with. And we're in a really scary place that people in the true crime genre think that it's okay to even do something like that.
It's the word I'm looking.
As society, we should be standing against this. It's nothing to do with morals and values. This is weaponization of the court system and a waste of taxpayer time when there could be so many things done for victims and their families to actually do something to protect them. But this is frivolous and harms victims and their families and weaponizes hurt fifis.
Good for.
This isn't a defamation, slander, harassment, anything case. This is a RICO and racketeering. Let me be very clear.
Shows their true character of who they really are.
Unsolicited, right? Like I don't respond. Good night, Shar. I don't respond to this person. I don't, go live about her or anything. But she goes live about me every day and plays my words. It's wild. And this person has admitted to being behind the scenes with GW and encouraging her to continue with this and not to make a deal.
First of all, hold on. So first of all, let's back that up for a minute. Let's just take that apart.
See, these are some big names for publicity. I mean, she admitted it. Here's the thing, though. Bruce Castor has already told them that it was a genuine mistake, that his name was on the filing. It's a non-issue, you guys.
Genuine mistake, huh?
Period. They keep reeling in Bruce Castor and singling in on this man when he already answered them and told them his name being added was a genuine mistake. They removed it and it's a non-issue.
Okay.
So the fact they keep, singling in on him is ridiculous.
We're going to look at that in a minute.
They have severe consequences too, Scotty.
That's the main reason they are doing what they're doing, Brittany. All of a sudden, they play Brittany's videos all at once like they do Betty. 5D, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy the amount of harassment that's going on right now. And then there's a channel, and I want to say this now. She who shall not be named, somebody said that the reason that I won't name this channel is because she's telling the truth about me.
Reminder. You're going to hear more about the Castor situation in 1 second. We're going to take that in its own section. But we're going to break this down really quick.
Are you kidding me? This person twists and manipulates the truth. She's one of those people that freaking takes something and bends and distorts it to fit her narrative. I won't say this person's name because they're using mine to grow their channel. And I'm not giving her anything. The fact that she keeps coming after me, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shows their true character of who they really are.
Unsolicited, right? Like I don't respond. Good night, Shar. I don't respond to this person. I don't, go live about her or anything. But she goes live about me every day and plays my words. It's wild. And this person has admitted to being behind the scenes with GW and encouraging her to continue with this and not to make a deal.
First and foremost, in the beginning of this, when I didn't really know or really understand or really sit back and actually think about how much more in depth this was, I actually did encourage a settlement of any sort so this could be handled as fast as it could for her and getting it away from a missing child's name. She was the one that wanted that. She didn't want anything to do with this. She felt, if you guys only knew, she was willing, she didn't want to do this. She really didn't. I don't give a fuck what people say. She didn't want to get into this whole legal shit. She wanted it over with. And that's honest. She didn't want this long drawn out bullshit. So I encouraged her to handle it as far as she possibly could. But once she started talking and getting more advice from actual attorneys, not from me, not once would I give legal advice. I don't even know what the fuck this is like that. I'm not a lawyer. I supported whatever she had to do to defend herself and get this away and ended. But then I realized that they were just laying it there in the court system and just waiting, just having this looming over someone's head. You can't just let somebody sit there and loom this type of shit over your head. Oh, it hasn't been touched or they haven't done this. If she attempted to go, you don't know if they were going to give a default. There's too many things that were risky in this. But that is the furthest thing from the truth. But I'm not gassing her up. The truth matters. She deserves people to see the truth of what this is. It's never going to be RICO and racketeering, period. And I will continue to support her. If supporting that and supporting that this isn't RICO and racketeering is me gassing her up, then pour that fucking gas, baby. Pour it. Fucking fire in the way.
LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already, Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their
People were genuinely reaching out concerned. Like people were talking about how concerned they were about what you were getting yourself into. People were reaching out to you publicly. Think about this. I've heard that other people around you were concerned about this and tried to talk you out of it, but you're concerned about me gassing up her defending herself?
attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even
A genuine mistake, she says. Okay.
said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words.
Harmless
Mistake.
A harmless mistake. Let's take that part back really quick again. Let's listen to that because
He's
really
coming after me. What's the word I'm looking for?
Shows their true character of who they really are.
Unsolicited, right? Like I don't respond. Good night, Shar. I don't respond to this person. I don't, go live about her or anything. But she goes live about me every day and plays my words.
yeah, it's really important right now because you're saying stuff like this. You're saying that Bruce Castor put his name on this filing and it was an honest error. That's why I'm playing your words.
It's wild. And this person has
What's even wilder is that you're fucking lying. You're lying.
admitted to
Why?
being behind the scenes with GW and encouraging her to continue with this and not to make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is.
All right. What about this? What about the day it was filed, October 18th? Is this a genuine mistake that this press release happens to say this? Is this a genuine mistake?
For the next couple of hours, even more news breaks while we're doing this tonight.
Oh, we've got other messages coming.
Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
But we'll just do our best to keep it going.
So start with sorry. I was doing something. Okay. Let's see.
And this is courtesy of Mr. and Mrs. E.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Here's the press release. You want me to make it bigger?
I can make my screen.
Oh, there you go. Look.
I'll just make my screen bigger.
Oh, look
Wait,
at here.
Okay. So this is from One World Corporation. You might have remembered us talking about them when we were discussing Nick the Hat a few live streams back. This is kind of a PR group that's working it appears in tandem with At Night. They might be under the same corporation. I'm really not exactly sure the structure, but they're kind of a PR centered group. So for immediate release in regards to Operation Sebastian Stormfront, October 18th, 2024, news conference announcing legal action related to the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And in quotes, this should be a united effort to bring a missing child home, said Joseph Lesniak, Esquire. This is the attorney we had on our show a few months ago, or a month or so ago, who is representing At Night, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and everyone.
By the way, for a channel that calls themselves True Crime, making false allegations in the court system is pretty ballsy, in my opinion, because as a true crime creator, usually they really want transparency in the court. Like that's something a lot of them stand for. True crime, actual true crime creators, transparency in the court system, honesty in the court system is really important to real true crime creators. They would be following a document like this because these are legal proceedings, right? With people making false allegations.
The quote continues, we must fiercely protect the integrity of the search, not just for Sebastian's sake, but for every family who believes in the promise of truth, justice, and a country that stands together in times of crisis. And then Media, Pennsylvania, October 18th, 2024. So that is today. A news conference will be held on Tuesday, October 22nd. So this is next week at 10 a.m. on the steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas, located at 201 West Front Street, Media, Pennsylvania, 19063. The legal team will discuss the latest legal actions concerning the ongoing search for Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old who went missing on February 25th, 2024, and was reported missing the following day. Legal counsel for the plaintiffs includes attorney Joseph P. Lesniak, Esquire, and Bruce L. Castor, Jr. You might have seen Castor when he appeared with Dog the Bounty Hunter in a news segment about a month ago as well. Castor's also a very well-respected attorney. He most famously represented Donald Trump in one of the impeachment hearings. So when this occurs is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024 at 10 a.m., where steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas, 201 West Front Street, Media, Pennsylvania, 19063, and the what? So this is the meat of it right here, I think. The legal action involves a RICO and organized crime civil case filed in Delaware County.
So was this just a whoopsie too? That the press release was just happened to have his name on it? Did this press release just have a whoopsie, honest mistake on it too? Whoopsie. Made a whoopsie.
Aimed at addressing the harmful spread of misinformation and exploitation that has obstructed the investigation. This case, the case targets individuals and groups who have propagated false narratives, undermining the search for Rogers and delaying justice for his family. Let's continue, and then we'll come back to this paragraph, I think. Is that okay? Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and talk about it now.
Okay.
So, and of course, Auntie, Mrs. Z, if you all have any thoughts on any of this part of it, that feel free to jump in there too. These two, the RICO and organized crime, this is you're going to hear referenced over and over again when we go through these documents. If you're not familiar with RICO, I've been kind of scrambling together research on it. I've kind of had it in the back of my mind anyway, because I thought that might be what was going to end up happening at some point. At least I was actually kind of hopeful that this is where they were going, because RICO, you ever find yourself attached to a RICO investigation, it's not a good thing for you. If any of these people that get named in this hear their name attached to this, it is a gut punch to see RICO. But it stands for Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organization Act, and this was passed in 1970. It targets specifically organized criminal activity and racketeering. So this can be anything from a ring of burglaries, assassins for hire, something like that. And really any type of organized crime, gambling rings, trafficking, any group that is organized in concerted effort to commit crime can be prosecuted with these under RICO.
Sorry, guys. This was just a whoopsie, made a oopsie. That's all this was. It was an honest mistake that his name ended up on a press release.
And so it looks like that's what they're going to try to allege throughout, is that this is a criminal RICO violation. If you are involved in this organization and say you get prosecuted, it is up to 20 years sentence. So this is not something to take lightly at all.
Oh, it couldn't be that 20-year thing again, right? Oh, sorry. Hold on. It was just one of these. Whoopsie, made it oopsie.
There's also fines that go along with RICO. It can be double your earnings as a criminal. So let's say you had a gambling den and you had earned $50,000 at that gambling den in a year. They could fine you $100,000 for whatever you took in as that organization, or they have the option to fine you $250,000 instead. That's at the discretion of the courts. You have to forfeit all proceeds that you earned as a criminal organization. And the big key to prosecuting these is that you have to establish a pattern of criminal organization, a pattern of crime within an organization. So say like 3 robberies occurred within a group with knowledge within the group to conspire, that could fit that type of definition. If you find yourself to, you're going to hear a lot of victims listening to this. If you find yourself to be one of the victims here, one of the things that's great about RICO, if you're the victim, is that the person is prosecuted can't defend against you. So let's say you felt damages by this criminal organization and they're all prosecuted and the prosecution wins. If you're one of the victims and you come back seeking damages, let's say you think there's $10,000 worth of damages, you are awarded triple those damages by the courts. And the person that lost the RICO suit, the person is guilty.
Oh, Granny. Oh, Granny. They have compared this to straight up insanity. Like straight up, and the shit they said, all of them, oof.
Those RICO violations, they can't defend it. It is between the victim and the judge at that point, or the courts. I'm not sure. I don't guess that would be a jury. I assume that would be a judge. That's my. Again, we are not lawyers. This is just my. This is basically my interpretation of Cornell Law School
Crazy.
That's
today.
exactly what I was
Research that
going
I've
to say
done,
too.
there. And I watched a few videos just kind of
This was what he got off Cornell's website.
about RICO and how it operates and how it's prosecuted as well. But most of what I'm getting, I'm sharing with you today is from Cornell Law.
That's right.
Cornell Law.
Let's see here. Does that all make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Does the chat have any questions about anything about?
He took a crash course from Cornell Law.
Yeah,
So far?
let's see.
Yeah, Google.
I thought it was really interesting. Can you
Andy,
guys-
we can't hear you.
Here was a.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, Auntie. I'm sorry.
Hang on.
She might just try to re-enter here. I'm going to read this quote about RICO that I found on one of these websites. The power of RICO lies in its conspiracy.
I know what it is.
Oh.
Let's try it now.
Okay.
Talk, Annie.
Hang on, I got to add me to stage. I'm not
I
there.
got you. You're there. You're on stage.
Okay, so you mean to tell me though that this, let's go back here really quick, that this right here,
This and not to make a deal. LC It was a genuine mistake. He's already Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
Good night, Center. Sleep well.
Oh, good night,
Oh,
Center.
it's
Thank
an
you for hanging
issue.
out with us. Period. All right, guys. Can you do me a favor? It's we got
It's an issue. Like, but I guess let's go here. Oh, and I've never heard her say, I don't know where this stuff is going on with the contingency thing that I was talking about. Maybe I said something, but I was talking about, and I even said, like, they were talking one night, this panel, and was BJ's panel, and saying that lawyers don't do payment plans. They were doing all this like weird shit about that. And I said, depending on the type of attorney, some even like personal injury attorneys do contingencies, like to talk about saying that lawyers don't take payment plans. So I don't know if I said something that they're twisting up there, but that is never what I said that Granny's attorney was doing. So if that, I don't know if that started over here or not, but that is not what this is. I never once meant that, said that, anything. So if I started that, I'm sorry.
and because of the
But that's not what my words said.
names involved, Bruce Castor and Dog the Bounty Hunter, she said, who wouldn't want,
Yeah,
to
Granny, you've done enough.
agree on a contingency? These are some big names for
When she said, why isn't she showing the dollar amount? First and foremost, you're just showing that you are paying an attorney. Like, you don't have to show any more than that right now. Like, you're doing what you need to. That keep doing that. You showed plenty already.
publicity. I mean,
You showed that you were sending, and that's all that needs to know.
he admitted it. Here's the thing, though. Bruce Castor has already told them that it was a genuine mistake, that his name was on the filing. It's a non-issue, you guys. Period. They keep reeling in Bruce Castor and like singling in on this man when he already answered them and told them his name being added was a genuine mistake. They removed it, and it's a non-issue.
Mm,
So the fact they keep, singling
Yeah.
in on him is ridiculous.
you're an
They have severe consequences too, Scotty.
That's the main reason they are doing what they're doing, Brittany. All of a sudden, they play Brittany's videos all at once like they do Betty. 5D, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy the amount.
What's crazy is the fact that you just sat here and lied to everybody. And you said it's just a genuine mistake. There's a press release, Brittany. A press release. It wasn't just a whoopsie, ma'am.
To being behind the scenes with GW and encouraging her to continue with this and not to make it.
Oh, by the way, not only am I doing that behind the scenes, gassing her up and telling her to continue to defend herself in whichever way she needs to do so and continue to have great legal representation, because nobody should be okay with false allegations in a court. I'm doing it publicly too. Not only behind the scenes, but publicly. That's what this is. She deserves people to know the truth about the lies that they're telling when it greatly impacts her life.
Deal.
And I won't apologize for it. No, I don't care.
LC,
To anybody.
it was a genuine mistake. He's already Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is.
Genuine mistake. Okay. All right. I gotcha. So was this a genuine mistake too, I'm assuming? I mean, chances are, right? All of this was just whoops, genuine mistakes, right? Just like this. Let's see here. Let's go to your stream from the 18th of October.
Castor is a trial lawyer with special experience being part of government agencies.
What would you call it? These complaints again
Let's go up here.
with all that. I did, and this is also another one that they can, take in if whether they want to believe it or not. It doesn't matter. What matters to me is what you guys know and what the courts know and think. But I did not have any control over who and what Nick and his team decided to go against. Even if I wasn't a part of this at all, they were still going to file these I don't want to say charges, what would you call it? These complaints against Granny and Barbecue.
This injunction, a federal injunction, and this injunction it's a federal injunction, and you've got Lesniak on there.
It's not federal, never has been.
You have attorney Bruce Castor, who is the former
And Granny was never even sent to cease and desist. She wasn't on the radar.
I can't even think right now.
But good try.
Secretary of State of Pennsylvania. He was also a Trump. I'm looking at his Wikipedia right now. He's an American lawyer and retired Republican politician from Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. He was appointed as the Solicitor General in Pennsylvania in 2016. Also, the first Deputy Attorney General in that following July. Castor became an acting Attorney General less than a month later. He led the defense of the second impeachment trial of Donald Trump, along with American lawyer David Strogan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I mean, they are taking this case, and I think that speaks a lot in itself.
Yep,
that speaks a lot in itself. I mean,
so they're taking this case. That was a genuine mistake too. Y'all talked about it. Just another whoopsie. I made an oopsie. Was that just one of these again? Was that another one of those? I mean, sounds to me like it must have just been another whoopsie. These attorneys are taking this case. So you mean to tell me? Oh, okay.
This is an attorney who led for Donald Trump, President of the United States. Okay, and I mean, I don't know how to make it any more clear. Right. You know what I mean? And I mean, these people.
By the way, that TikTok sound, denial, is a river or whatever it is. That shit gets stuck in my head. The oopsie, made an oopsie.
It's best to just.
It's going to be bad tomorrow.
Everybody needs to chill out. That's the thing. Just chill out. Everyone, put your egos aside and just chill out.
There I go again. Sorry. Okay, Scott Bulldog Mama. You said, yeah.
Oh, that was, you guys, calm down in the chat. It was just a whoopsie. Well, let's throw it over here. I'm sure this was a whoopsie too, right? Betty doesn't name Castor, but she mentions attorneys, plural, numerous times. Let's check it out. This is October 19th, the day after the filing. She is another plaintiff.
I'm up. I ended up falling asleep on Mr. and Mrs. E crime cast. And so I was finishing up the rest of their live from last night this morning. And as always, I thought they did a very good and fair job on explaining some things in that. I saw Nick was in there last night as well, which it's good to hear from Nick. And to know that, once again, the information that was said about him being incarcerated was once again wrong. As we find out, everything is always wrong when somebody else is providing the information.
You know what's fucking hysterical about that? It was her co-plaintiff, BJ, that mentioned Nick might be in jail.
Information, and they have ulterior motives. It's nice to see you. It's me, Jem, Crime Story. I said Jem. Jen. Hey,
and in one of my previous videos, I actually laid that out, that it was BJ that said that.
The Crime Stories obsessed. It's nice to see you, Breezy, Peggy, Amanda, Cindy, MJ, Stacy, Carter. It's nice to see you. Dawn, the Hen House DNA. It's nice to see you, my love. Melanie, Janet, Auntie E. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I ended up, because I was on the thing with I was about to say it's me, Jen, the real me too. Sorry, I haven't had coffee in like days. Okay, I tried to make that powdered coffee. Ugh, I talked to my neighbor. He said that he was able to get a half gallon from the Winn-Dixie. So I'm going to try to get up to Winn-Dixie sometime today to get me some steak and milk. I'm dying over here. And every place from Walmart.
Oh, are you talking about court filings like this whoopsie? I made an oopsie. You wouldn't mean this whoopsie? Is this just another one of these? Is that just another whoopsie? Made an oopsie? I mean, this document couldn't have that on there. That must have been a whoopsie, right? That's what we're going with? Okay.
to every place. I can't seem to get any milk delivered, and I usually don't go to the grocery store. So, but it's me, Jen. It's me, Jen. There I go again. The real me too. I ended up doing an interview with her last night, and I decided not to do my actual hair, so I just blew it out, and then I ended up putting it up in a bun during the live. Come on, you know how to get up. Okay, sorry. Come on. And there you go. You want to say hi to everybody?
I don't want to listen to her ramble for 6 minutes, so we're going to bump it forward to where she talks about attorneys, because she just goes on and on. But we'll go to like the 3-minute mark.
In the house. Good morning, loves. Good morning. It's nice to see you. I know people are wanting to know, what's going on, and so I just thought I would just bring my thoughts to the platform a little bit. There's only so much that I am going to discuss as being a litigant in the actual filing.
Okay.
Here's the thing is I've already heard, and people have already started sending me some stuff by one of the Yahoos basically stating that this couldn't be, and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. This is well established. I can tell you a lot of people worked around the clock to acquire all the information, catalog all the information, and get a good understanding of what's going on and, what happened in the situation. Now, we all have watched the true crime community go from a good place to a very rotten place to be at times, especially when it comes to avocation. These people have not done this just to Bullhorn Betty, but have done this to multiple creators and multiple people that are non-creators or people that support creators and things of that nature. About a year or so ago, I tried to get some of this to stop with a lawsuit that you guys all know about. And that has been fought, and, we'll see what the judge has to say about a couple of upcoming hearings or upcoming situations. But then it progressed into the Sebastian Rogers case with the utmost intensity of damaging anybody and everybody looking for this child, but looking for this child that could see or had a differing opinion of them, so much so that they lied under oath and had me thrown in jail. These are things that we all witnessed. This is something that's pretty significant. You threw somebody in jail that committed no crimes over lies, over brigading a law enforcement. And I'm one of many stories. Okay. I'm just one person that underwent this. There are many people that have also been, maybe not to the extent, but let's take Nick the Hat, for example. They took my freedom away from me for 19 hours when I committed no crimes, and they were trying to go after Nick the Hat and have him go back and serve the rest of his sentence and have him violated for parole, literally taking years away from him when he's committed no crimes. This is not YouTube BS, okay? This is not just the BS that happens on YouTube. This is real life with real life consequences, and talking about taking people's freedoms away because you don't like their commentary. This is a significant situation. And not only that, but this case emboldened this network of people that were working together to accomplish these things. And
Oh, this all had to just be a whoopsie. What are we talking about here?
Under an investigation. There is overwhelming amount of evidence related to this case that's properly cataloged.
Oh,
I can tell you that. It sounds like the attorneys are ready and willing to
attorneys, plural.
go to trial. It sounds
They were ready and willing to go to trial.
like this stuff needs to come to an end.
Oh, okay.
And it sounds like there's a lot of people other than me that are sick and tired of this
This was just a whoopsie.
nonsense. These are criminal acts. We've been talking about them for years. And it is unfortunate that all these people can come together for a hate campaign and literally try to ruin people's lives over a case of, avocation.
Yeah, that's not what this is. Ruining people's lives over avocation.
You have a right to have your opinion about cases. We have our opinion about the case all the time, but you do not have the right to destroy people's life because of your opinion. You do not have the right to harm somebody's reputation because you don't like them and you want to make up lies about them. This has been going on for years, but this right here, what we're talking about in this particular matter, has happened since Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing. It was emboldened and it was fierce. The level of hate and disruption and misinformation and disinformation was rampant. And it was all geared toward Seth, which is the one person that actually has a confirmed and corroborated alibi with witnesses. So a lot of people that have tried to support the truth have been silenced in very barbaric ways. This is a serious lawsuit. People are saying they don't have jurisdiction. I don't know if they know the process of federal law, but they have established that, So there are two people from Pennsylvania, and that's Barbecue Lady and Granny's Watching, that are the lawsuit, geared the lawsuit toward, including 50 does. There were some of those does revealed.
Oh, not a whole lot of misinformation around attorneys, are they? Let's skip forward, please. Let's skip forward, please. Let's just continue on, because attorneys plural was used multiple times, so I'm assuming that was just an honest mistake.
Opinion, but that's just my opinion. I don't, I haven't talked to the attorneys too much about their opinions. They just collect the information and they do their attorney work. I can tell you, I think the downfall of this enterprise was going after Nick the Hat and trying to take his freedom away.
The downfall of this enterprise. Do you hear this language?
Mr. Petito was threatened too. Yes, Lady for Justice, and he came out. Everybody
This was just a
called us a liar. Have you noticed the theme here? That every time we tell the truth, they scream louder and louder and put together this huge wave of people to discredit the true information.
Ma'am.
And then after they do that, like, because Mr. Petito didn't come right out and say he was threatened. I think it was me that broke that information because I was really upset about that he wouldn't come on.
I can't, I honestly can't kind of wait till BJ and Betty can tell us what they actually think of each other. When this whole facade thing is up and they can tell us what they actually think of each other, Betty is going to rip Brittany to shreds over talking too much publicly. You know that. We know that's coming. We know the fallout between them it's coming sooner or later. And BJ is going to get shredded by Bullhorn Betty. She is going to say, because BHB thinks that she is like a legal eagle, and she is going to, BJ is going to be the reason for it's going to be wild.
On because he had
I'm here for it. I'm here to watch that show.
Been threatened, and I'm just thinking all the work he's done with his organization, and we were going to be Seth was going to be promoting his organization, and they destroyed that. They destroyed Gabby's name as well as Sebastian Rogers' name in that attack. And Mr. Petito didn't come directly out right then and there on that day and say that he was threatened. So they ended up, dogging everybody that said it and trying to trash their names. And then lo and behold, I think it was like maybe a month and a half after the event happened, and he did tell his story about how he got threatened himself. And that's when you realize they once again lied and they tried to discredit people that were telling the truth. And that seems to be a common theme with them. The people that are trying to seek the truth and tell the truth are the ones that are most attacked on this platform.
That's not what this is. But they're going to. Here we go. Here's another one. Attorneys, plural.
Those answers to the people that can help. So it's been a long time coming, but I really do and really thankful for the attorneys that took this case seriously, saw an injustice, and were willing to
the attorneys that took this seriously
help,
plural,
resolve that injustice. Now everything that's contained in those.
Sorry, what did we hear last night? Oh, actually, let me finish this. Hold on. We'll go back to that in a minute.
That filing to me is true, accurate, and correct because we've all witnessed it. But the allegations against the parties are still alleged. There hasn't been a hearing yet. There hasn't been a temporary injunction filed yet. I don't know about the service of process. I don't know if I will. I think the attorneys will have that information. I'm not sure if they'll let us know or not. But I just hope this criminal enterprise stops being a criminal enterprise. And if they're really wanting to focus on true crime instead of drama, then get.
Honestly, to be 100% truthful, 3 sides true crime. I'm not 100% sure what's going on Tuesday besides oral arguments with the attorneys. Because it's brand new in Pennsylvania, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Granny explained some of it, I think, on Friday, if I'm correct. So I'm just waiting to see kind of how this all works because where it's brand new in Pennsylvania, I'm kind of like no expectations because it seems like things that are like new to like brand new slap laws and stuff like that, it takes the process is hopefully it'll work really swift, but that's what it's supposed to do. I think the intention of it is to be swift.
Focused on true crime instead of drama. Otherwise, pack your bags and go back to the freaking drama community and stay out of these cases. Stay out of these cases. Everybody's entitled to cover the cases that they want to cover. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and commentary and criticism of these cases. What they're not entitled to do is destroy lives because of it. Take away.
I anticipate some interesting, it'll be interesting, truly, just from following it because it is Pennsylvania's first, anti-slap.
People's freedoms because of it. That's what they're not allowed to do. And we all have watched them little by slow attack people in real life, in real time, and profit off of it.
In real life, who has been attacked in real life? Can anybody tell me that? Did you guys catch that before? That's interesting that she just said that. Truly. Interesting. Who was attacked in real life? She sped up to.
That's what they're not allowed to do. And we all have watched them little by slow attack people in real life, in real time, and profit off of it.
Have any of you ever seen Greenie attack anybody in real life and profit off of it? Has Barbecue ever attacked anybody in real life and profited off of it? Can you guys tell me what the fuck's she talking about here? Because that's not happening.
And then cry victim when they have to handle and deal with their own shenanigans being turned into litigation.
Liars.
They've all had an opportunity just to stop. They've all had opportunities to review the law that was put in those cease and desist letters.
Which Greenie never even got one. Greenie didn't get one. Again, they were drawn up September 16th and 17th to Barbecue and Cluminati. Greenie was not included. There was no cease and desist sent to Greenie.
They had a right to do that, but they continued on. And they continue to be even more and more destructive.
Yeah, we know that.
So at the end of the day,
this is fucking
it
stupid.
sounds like from some comments that I saw this morning from Nick the Hat, they're open, willing, and ready to settle with each and every one of these 52 litigants. How
you hear that? You hear that, right? They're open and willing and able to settle. You hear this, correct? You see, this is why I'm reviewing you people's words. This is why it's important. This matters. People deserve to hear what has been going on.
However, they're also prepared to take this to trial and are fully ready for trial. Those are pretty strong language. Fully ready for trial. Haven't even submitted the first discovery piece of paper, request for discovery, and they are already ready for trial. If that doesn't show you the amount of work the team has done working around the clock to collect this information. Brittany J on her panel was talking about being up.
You know, Brittany, maybe you should learn something. There are this many people here tonight, not because of me. Make that very clear. They're not here because of me. They're here because the truth matters. These people care about the process of justice in our country. They care about weaponizing false allegations in a court of law, like RICO and racketeering. People that claim that you, Betty, were an activist, strong for the First Amendment. And you are, I mean, not shockingly, falsely accusing somebody in the court of law of RICO and racketeering. And you think you're going to come back from this? You think people are going to look at you and say, oh, yeah, that's somebody. Like, these are false allegations of RICO and racketeering against people that you don't have. Like, this is major. And you call yourself true crime. Think about that. People are here because they care about the truth. The facts matter. No matter what our personal feelings are on any of these people. You don't have to. You can sit by and look at it from the perspective of justice. What you guys claim you want all the time. We want justice. That's why it's our right to dig into these. We deserve justice. But yet when the facts are glaring right in your face, you try to lie. You try to manipulate. It's really fucking gross. Real fucking gross. And then you want to point fingers and blame these ladies for ruining your reputation. What reputation? What is it? Where's that reputation? This is dangerous in society, that people weaponize the court system and make false allegations, no matter what it is. We don't support shit like this, ever.
For hours on end.
And if that's fucking virtue signaling, then fucking toot toot motherfucker, there's my horn. If this is virtue signaling to stand up for this.
And being so tired, People were calling her a drug addict because she was exhausted, being up all night, collecting information, being in meetings. Meetings would go on in the middle of the night.
Because this isn't somebody's, this is somebody's real life, people's real lives you're fucking with. Making RICO and racketeering allegations that were just going to linger over the drop of a hat, pull a little filing, get a default judgment, you know, if they didn't protect themselves or try to get this to work through the court system. And then why couldn't they just go get a job? Well, you know, when background checks are ran and you have a RICO and racketeering, that doesn't really work out either, but it's all about bullying and harassment, right? They told us that too. They continue to act like this is a defamation suit. That's not what this is. This is RICO and racketeering allegations, criminal code used on a civil filing. That was on its face falsified with an attorney's name. That was on it. But, you know, according to this smart one over here, right here, Betty. Remember, it was just a, hold on. Oops, let me get to the correct timestamp. Because, you know, it was just this.
To being behind the scenes with GW and encouraging her to continue with this and not to make a deal.
And I already said what I had to say about that. And I stand on it.
LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already, Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
You hear that, Betty? You hear that?
Night at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. We all were working around the clock to submit information. You know, I was still running this channel. I was probably one of the first people that dipped out at night because I sleep early, and staying up even to 11 or 12, my brain starts getting delusional. Like it started last night, you know, watching Mr. and Mrs. E. I fell asleep watching them. I was just there listening. I was awake 1 minute. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the morning, you know? So the people know what they've done. I think the people are waking up this morning and realizing we have a lot more than they think that we have related to their conduct and this conspiracy, this RICO allegation and organized crime. They think because...
Oh, so she's calling it RICO and organized crime. The other one over here is acting like it's a defamation suit. And her part has nothing, her part's separate from all the rest of this, but you see how you have to work as an organized, like, can they get it together here? They're really bad at this. They're so far off on what pages they're supposed to be saying and what they're not. Are they supposed to be acting like BJ, that she's in this little bubble by herself and her part's separate from everybody else while everybody else is claiming that this is an organized? What are we doing here? Can you guys get it together? It's too hard to follow. You guys are too messy.
They can do it online and all this other, there's this, that, a criminal organization is a criminal organization. It doesn't matter if it's a bakery selling donuts. Okay. If they're trying to stop other donut makers making donuts and create a criminal enterprise over.
The one thing I will give Betty is Betty's more skilled at this. She's more skilled at blowing hot air up people's asses when it comes to legal filings. BJ sucks at it. Betty at least gives it a little bit of effort. She's like, yay, I can kind of make this make sense. I'm going to talk about donuts and fluffy things, and they're going to forget what I'm talking about in 2 minutes because I have no fucking clue. But I'm going to say the most egregious, stupid shit, and they're going to believe it. BJ fails flat, like just head first. It's my filing's over here by itself, you know, it's just me. I just want her to stop talking about me. they're going to see all these comments about me, and that's not, you guys are claiming RICO and racketeering. That's not what this, do you even know what they filed for? Do you know what's in the filing? Seriously, though.
Over donuts. Guess what? Donuts are going to be the basis
Oh,
of
fucking donuts, right?
the complaint
Oh,
for RICO, right? It doesn't matter what the product is that they've
so when did you guys start making donuts? Anybody?
organized. It only matters that they've organized to do these tortious things. And that's what
Now I want all you well-rounded, mindful individuals that support these ladies to tell me, please come out of the bushes and please explain to me how you guys sat there and listened to this and went, oh yeah, fuck yes. America, fuck yeah. We're doing this. This makes total fucking sense. Come out of the bushes and explain to me what your thought process is on this, please. Mods, please don't block them. Besides the America, fuck yeah. I got no other explanation for how this happened. Do you guys think for yourselves at all? Any brain cells up there connecting? Not misfiring? How do you make this make sense and say, yep, that's RICO and racketeering? By God. This crazy bitch is talking about making donuts, comparing it to RICO and racketeering, and people are buying this like this is legit. Okay. All right.
the problem is. They're looking at it like, oh, well, it's just that they need to read that complaint very thoroughly because it outlines exactly the laws that they've broke. And we know that they have been a criminal enterprise for a long time. And we know.
And I said that about the America thing because she always says, this is America. We're not China.
Oh, that this has finally bursted so big that it's hard for it not to be noticeable. I pray to God.
As she also yells out at the other side of her mouth, my body, my choice. It's like, can you fucking pick a lane, lady?
That all of them just switch, do their quit the criminal enterprise, but do their channels more lawfully, legally, and ethically. And we'll see if that does happen. Hopefully these idiots just stop. But they won't. And that's the problem. Even after this, they think it's a joke and they all go on their channels and talk about this. I don't know what they think how a federal judge is going to feel about
It's not federal.
that, but that's
Never has been.
rocking a boat. Good luck with that. Because to me, it doesn't sound like these attorneys nor the plaintiffs, including me, aren't going to fight that. That is a problem for them. I would just chill, talk about the case. Nobody's
She would just chill.
preventing them from talking about the case, right? Nothing in that complaint says they cannot talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And they can't advocate for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
She can't even make eye contact with the camera.
Not one thing.
She knows she's so full of shit and fucked.
I just wanted to point that out. Not one thing.
How delusional do you have to be to sign up for something like this? I don't think I ever want to know this type of delusion. Truly. I think I'm good. I think I'll pass. I don't think this is a stage in life I want to experience. I don't think this type of delusion is something I'm cut out for. Betty is fucking insanely delusional. Period. That is my opinion, and I stand on
The
it.
trolls are reporting my TikTok, but they will not shut me up. This is about a missing child. Well.
Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm over here like flopping around. Music City Mom, I missed you again. Misty Blue, thank you for the gifted memberships. Music City Mom, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. That's twice now I've missed you right away. And Justice for Crystal, thank you so much for the support. I hope you are doing as well as possible. Thank you.
Hold on just a second.
Always butcher your the rest of your name justice for Crystal. I always do. It's McCrory, right? McCrory Jones. Jana. I appreciate it, Music City Mom. And I appreciate you understanding I'm on the other screen.
Second.
I always feel bad when I miss it.
Yeah. And also, you know, and you guys notice that there for a little bit, in here going forward, we have chosen not to boot or delete a lot of the commentary in these chats. And I specifically stated that it was because we are gathering them. So, I mean, that still is going forward to this.
I'm going to skip it forward to the 50-minute mark because she says one more thing about attorneys, but I want to get a couple more clips in here with this just because I want to drive this home tonight and I know it's really late for some of you. So let's go here.
But I'm a fighter. I fight for people's rights and I damn sure I'm going to fight for my own. So
she's a fighter. She's going to fight for her rights. Bob H., thank you so much for the gifted memberships. She's a fighter.
That's kind of where we are. Again, I pray people quit downplaying this because this is serious. This is with the help of 3 attorneys in 3 separate states, over 75 people.
3 attorneys, huh? That was an honest mistake there, BJ. Just a little oopsie, made a whoopsie. Is that it? Is that what's going on here? A little here?
And not to make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already, Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's enough.
You guys, I've been trying to, just so everybody is aware too, I've been trying to at least like leave the date up, the title of the live stream in the chat box, the transcript, so you guys know exactly what live streams, minute mark, everything these are coming for coming from, for anybody that needs them. Just so you guys are able to see dates and everything. So if you scroll in, you should be able to see that stuff, like the date.
Non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
Good night, Sinner. Sleep well.
Oh, good night, Sinner. Thank you for hanging out with us. Period. All right.
Period, Pooh. Oh, really? Let's go to October 20th. October 20th. Let's go here. Let's change our word. And let's just remember what was said here. On the 20th of October.
I got a couple of messages.
Let's take a look-see. Do you think we're going to have another whoopsie? Do you think? What do you guys think in the chat? Are we about to have another oopsie, I made a whoopsie moment from October 20th? What do you think?
Got myself into. She's
Oh,
coming at me twice as hard. I'm going to be counted.
Actually, did you see who that was right there in the chat? Gracie from the whole picture debacle. Alma, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. I hope you're having a good night.
And they're going to destroy me. That I don't realize what I've gotten myself into.
Interesting.
She's coming at me twice as hard. I'm going to be countersued. My secrets are going to be revealed. We're getting lots and lots. Oh my God.
I think we're about to have another one of these. I bet we are.
Hang on a second. These trolls. What is the time limit for subscribers only mode that we have on right now? Yeah, fatal mistake was the term.
I saw 20 minutes.
20 minutes. How many accounts can one person
Chris, thank you so much for the support. I hope you're doing okay. I'm sending you a big hug.
have?
Can't you put it on 24-hour? Or can you do anything in between that?
Well, probably.
Well, I'm standing behind you.
We're gonna have one.
100%.
Thank
And
you.
how
I
many animals?
appreciate it. Yeah, all the support. I need all the support I can get if people don't mind. It's insanity. To be honest with you, I expected this to happen, but I guess I thought that, you know, when people saw that this is not a joke, they would kind of chill out a little bit, but not really. Not when they have people like SF and others telling them that it's stupid and not to pay attention to it. I guess, you know,
It's not
people
what
think it's
said.
this is okay. April, thank you for being a member for 19 months. Ignore and just let them. Karma is coming. Don Clatterman has been a member for 5 months. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. Probably a whole bunch of them sent all of this to these people. Okay, well, this is what I want to say. Okay, first of all, attorneys, especially someone like Bruce Castor.
Oh wait, this, you guys, this had to be an oopsie. Oh shit. Was this a was this a October 20th? Whoopsie, made an oopsie.
Especially someone like Bruce Castor. Bruce Castor and Lesniak, Joseph Lesniak. Look at their credentials and their record. If you think for 1 minute that these attorneys are going to sign their name onto a case that they didn't think had merit or that was a quote unquote joke.
Oh, this wasn't just said, was it? Rana, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I appreciate it. And Three Sides True Crime. Hold on. Who really are you nonsense? Thank you for everything. Of course. Of course. Thank you for the support.
You got another thing coming.
The facts matter.
These attorneys aren't high profile and well known for no reason. And it's not just about me settling a score with someone. Here's the problem. A lot of these people that are saying these ridiculous, ignorant, and I say extremely ignorant comments about this don't even know the history.
Oh, but do you know what's in the filing though? That's my question. I don't need to know the history. Do you know what's in the filing? The current filing that you're in? You're stuck 3 years ago, spinning wheels. Can you tell us what's in the filing yet? Have you caught up? Have you read the filing yet? Asking for me. Just kind of curious over here. Can you catch up?
You have no clue what you're talking about. You're not on the inside to see the inner workings of anything. I'm not going to sit here. I refuse and I will not.
The inner workings. Because NDAs, right? Vamos, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Oh, Rana, I am definitely not a hero. You guys, this is just the truth matters. I am definitely not a hero. I'm not doing it. This is not impacting my real life, you guys. This is impacting people's real lives. We cannot weaponize court systems to make allegations. We can't. We cannot become normalized with this, knowing that they are accusing. Do you understand what the doors would open with this? Like, we all know it's not RICO and racketeering. I don't care what you think about any of these people. We cannot. It is not fair to them. This is just not okay to knowingly play these games. And at the end of the day, this is re-victimizing and opening the door for re-victimization of victims. There's a missing child and doesn't get any consent, and how his name is being used in legal filings by people who he's never met in his life. There are so many unintentional victims of this situation. And I remind you, Granny didn't ask to be in this, and neither did Barbecue. No matter what we think about them, the mistakes, I don't care what you think. It'll never be okay to weaponize the court system for false allegations. We don't okay things because we dislike somebody. We stand against shit like this. The justice system, we stand against shit like this. We want better for true crime and victims and all of the things, not to set us back. Alma, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Bye. I got so much to say. This shit riles me up.
justify myself to anybody again. I'm not going to plead my case with you. I'm doing what I'm doing for a reason, and it's a very good reason. And I have already had, even besides this right here, I have had an attorney look this case over and tell me that I have more than enough merit for what I'm doing.
You guys, I was so excited to see Jay for Justice read the filing on her huge true crime channel. I don't care what you think about her. This is what, like, using the courts, people want justice. They scream that they want justice for victims all the time, and they are knowingly falsifying stuff in court. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, this is wild to me that people can see it any other way and excuse it in any way. It's just insane to me. But it tapped into that because they're interested. It's legal filings. So the true crime people that follow, all these cases, they're interested in it. And it's amazing because people need to know that this is even happening to these. There's companies out here that are preying on families, in my opinion. That is my opinion, and I stand on that. Not just companies, but there are people preying on people that are vulnerable. No matter what we feel about the parent in this, yes, 100% willing, whatever. But there's so many other characters outside of him that used his situation for all it's worth for their personal gain. Like, there's so many grimy pieces to this. So many. And there's freaking 10 of these motherfuckers.
If
I'm talking about the plaintiffs.
you want to threaten me with countersuing, you want to threaten me, these people coming in saying that, I made a mistake. I opened Pandora's box was another thing, you guys. I opened Pandora's box, and I'm going to wish that I could shut it. These statements are all documented, and you're not going to intimidate me.
I'm not
You're
even
not.
bad tonight, and we're after dark.
Period. And like I said, even if I did drop out, even if for some reason you were able to make me say, okay, fine, I'm done, litigation is still going forward with or without me. It was going to prior to the papers being filed. I don't have any influence over what Nick, Dog, Tony, Seth, Lesniak, Bruce Castor. I don't have to even think that I have that type of power or leverage to ask them to go after another person is laughable.
Oh, that was a whoopsie. Oh, sorry. That was just another whoopsie. Sorry. You guys, just excuse her in advance. She does this a few times throughout this live stream.
If you think that, you are way off. But then what really gets me is now they're trying to say that the Proudfoot should sue me. Sue me for what?
Okay.
Okay, let me break this down for you really easy here. You're claiming that your final straw that pushed you to the edge to go after her, that made it dangerous, was her showing your property. I need to implore you to think about how many times you have shown crime victims homes, missing children's homes, their last residence, while you've attacked a family member thinking that they might be suspect of something. I need you to think about that. I know it's really hard for you. You're thinking Cap doesn't usually come on very often, but I need you to think about that. And then I need you to somehow twist it in your head to call it RICO and racketeering. Can we do that? Can we do that, Brittany? You think you can make that stretch? Because that's what you just did to Granny and barbecue. That's how big of a leap you fucking attempted there and fell flat on your face. That you don't get this is beyond me. The fact that you don't get this is way over my head. I can't understand how you can be this stupid. Hey, 3 Sides True Crime, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. And Casual Art, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Let's go forward because I'm you know me, I'm not done yet, and I want to get this all in tonight, and it's late already. So
Your attorney's name, I done forgot it. Damn it.
Bruce
Yeah,
Castor.
Bruce Castor. He'd love nothing. I mean, come on, he would love nothing more than for Lesniak and Castor to come after him. It gets his name out there. This is a big deal, and he knows that. And what he's wanting to do, but what he's going to end up doing is getting himself in some deep, you know what? And what, just like Miss E real quick says, how did he file something on the weekend? Number one,
Right.
Two, where is the case number? And number three, where would one file such an objection? Exactly.
Right. I don't think he really did file it, but he made it look almost exactly the same format as the federal injunction.
Oh my Lord.
The bolded everything. But I want to read this part right here because this really, I kind of cracked up on this. Moreover, this meritless law, this is on the conclusion. Moreover, this meritless what he's saying about Seth being a P will be true. And he'll get, and Seth will end up being arrested because of all this. That's what he also put on Twitter.
None. No credibility. Does he not realize that Castor is the top 100 attorney in America? He's Trump's attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
That man. He has no respect. And to see what Seth is going through already, and you're sitting here trying to get that man arrested.
From you, trust me, it'll make our jobs easier too. So go ahead and file that. Be sure to follow the procedures and whatnot. I would consult an attorney in Pennsylvania if you're going to file a motion in Pennsylvania because it's much different.
Sorry, I was muted. I was giving cats, do you hear her? Can you guys hear her? Whiskey is whining at Kenzie, and I'm trying to give the cat treats.
But nevertheless, guys, we are going to 10 states with this. Pennsylvania is the first for obvious reasons. Like Mr. Castor said, the Declaration of Independence was signed 13 miles away from the courthouse where we intend to bring these people. And there's a lot of them. It's not just Barbecue Lady. It's not just Granny is watching. Those are 2 lead defendants, and you'll see more coming. Lots more. There are 50 people we intend to bring in, and we intend
50 people. So hang on a second. If Megan, can you do me a favor and get DeLorean's link and drop it in chat? I've known Lindsay for 3 years. She was a part of the same community that I was in before I come over to true crime. I think to be quite honest with you, she does have she doesn't do true crime really, but she is interested in
From the political sector, because at one time I heard you say that you came from the political sector, and I about fell over. I remember that day. I remember almost falling over because I laughed so hard because you wouldn't have survived a day there. Maybe you spent a day there. I will give you that. You might have done that.
in the Delphi, and actually she's actually really good at Delphi. And who knows, like maybe you guys going and subbing up to her would incentivize her to do more true crime. But do me a favor and let her know that I sent you over there because we have a lot of people in chat here. So yeah, tell her that allegedly Brittany sent you over.
Did I not back it up far enough? Hold on. Did I not go back? Sorry, guys. I bumped it too far.
whatnot. I would consult an attorney in Pennsylvania if you're going to file a motion in Pennsylvania because it's much different. But nevertheless, guys, we are going to 10 states with this. Pennsylvania is the first for obvious reasons. Like Mr. Castor said, the Declaration of Independence was signed 13 miles away from the courthouse where we intend to bring these people. And there's a lot.
Oh, sorry. I just had to make sure we got the other whoopsie. I made an oopsie in there because he even uses Castor's name. Nick. I mean, that was just because of his interview, right? That was interestingly enough that he came on with Dog the Bounty Hunter not long before Lesniak came on, and then not long before this happened. That wasn't all by design, was it? Couldn't have been. Just couldn't be a thing, right? Or like this one on October 21st from Betty's.
Consult an attorney in Pennsylvania if you're going to file a motion in Pennsylvania because it's much different.
Not all the plaintiffs playing this clip from Nick, right?
But nevertheless, guys, we are going to 10 states with this. Pennsylvania is the first for obvious reasons. Like Mr. Castor said, the Declaration of Independence was signed 13 miles away from the courthouse where we intend to bring these people. And there's a lot of them. It's not just Barbecue Lady. It's not just Granny is watching. Those are two lead defendants, and you'll see more coming. Lots more. There are 50 people we intend to bring in, and we intend to litigate to the end. Those that think there's discovery and stuff like this, you guys are funny. This is not a discovery type of case. We're not asking for money. This is an injunction, and if you know what an injunction is, great. If you don't, great. It's not something to play games with. At the end of the day, we are not going to stop until Sebastian is found. The bullies are really working overtime to stop that. And it doesn't work, right? You guys can't really stop it. All the troll accounts, we sent out subpoenas to X, we sent out subpoenas to YouTube, Google, Alphabet Inc.
And we also heard from another person that's not well versed in the law that I don't think they're going to comply. It's a subpoena in a federal case. and they can go before a judge and have an order created. This is something that they've opened a federal case.
You guys are hearing this, correct? Can anybody tell the same story? Anybody? Holy shit. Hold on. What are you guys doing over here? You guys. I'm so sorry. Darzilla, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Bob H, keeping my landlord happy. Thank you for the support, Bob. Midwest, thank you for the gifted membership. Casual Art for the 10 gifted memberships. Three Sides True Crime, 10. Casual Art, 10. I think I got them all. Alma, Casual Art, Three Sides True Crime. Rana, Avamos, Three Sides True Crime. Rana, Chris, Alma, Bob. Justice for Crystal McCrory Drones. Music City Mom, Misty Blue, LFT. Thank you guys all. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Oh, switching between tabs. I miss a lot. Sorry, guys. Thank you.
I mean, attorneys have subpoena power in active litigation. So I don't understand why they think that these social media networks are not going to comply. They will absolutely be forced to comply regardless. And quite frankly,
Oh, take me away, please. Like, you guys said all this. You said all this, but you said this last night, Brittany. You said this.
And not to make a deal.
You said this. Why? Why do you keep giving me?
LC, it was a genuine mistake. Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
Oh, but is it though? Is it a non-issue? What do you guys think in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's a non-issue. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it's an issue. You tell me in the chat. You tell me. We're going to listen to it. Wait, did I go back to the wrong one? Nope, that's the one we were on still.
the authorized subpoena in an active case goes directly to their legal department. They don't really mess with those things. We learned that with QB's attorney trying to use my case to find out information on another person related to a totally different case. He was able to file a subpoena, even though I objected and everything else. He was able to send that subpoena off to Google, and there was nothing we could do about it. And he got his information in the timeliness that he needed his information.
What is this? Could they ever get on the same place? Ever? Like, seriously, though. Three Sides True Crime, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I think I missed that one too. Thank you.
So there is even QB knows very good and well that these statements about social media fighting is a flat out lie, because her own attorney did the same thing.
Ugh, Betty. Oh, Betty. But what gets even worse is I'm going to bump us forward quite a bit in time. I'm going to bump us forward to December 27th, 2024. Now, remember what we're hearing here. I need to make sure everybody can really understand, because I don't think this was last night. Let's just remember
and
this.
not to make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already.
Whoopsie, made an oopsie. Miss Upper Thigh, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the Cabana, you guys. Actually, welcome to the Enterprise. We figured that out the other day, if you gift memberships or anything like that, because one was attributing racketeering to Bash for Cashes. And so we were really confused. It was a whole mess. Like, don't ask us, but you're part of an enterprise. I don't know how we all got here, but somehow we did.
Already, Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
It's a non.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake.
Harmless.
It's a non-issue.
Non-issue. Harmless mistake. All right. Well, then we go to December 27th with Betty again, and we got
I
that.
want to ask something first, and let me get through with this one because I have been dying to know, and I can't get a straight answer of anybody. I'm just interested, if you can answer, I'm just interested to know if Lesniak has informed all the plaintiffs about the anti-slap and that Bruce Castor never knew he was added to the injunction.
I would never comment on an active and ongoing investigation or court case, especially that I'm involved in. So I don't think you're going to get answers from anybody related to that.
Go ask BJ. She'll give them to you.
Well, good luck.
I can't wait to watch Betty fucking flip her lid on BJ when their facade of being nice to each other is up, because I'm telling you, Betty, one thing about Betty is she'll say a whole lot of shit, but she is going to rip or BJ to shreds because Betty thinks she's so knowledgeable in the legal field. She is going to rip her to shreds for saying all this shit. You know, Betty's sitting back just fucking pissing and spitting fucking nails, yelling at Seth and Tony like, how dare you get that one involved in this? Look at the stupid shit she said out here. You know that's going to fucking happen. We're just all waiting for it. Come on now. You know as well as I do. I don't give a shit if you like these people or not. You know exactly what I'm saying. Betty is spitting fucking nails mad because BJ is such a dumbass. Betty's a dumbass too. But together, ooh, it's a perfection. Trifecta. Love it.
With you then. Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So there's that.
But do you think she was done there? No, she wasn't done there. Let's go to December 28th. You think she had more to say? Let's check it out because we're looking for those whoopsies.
What does he do? He doesn't address it. No, of course not. That would be too responsible. No, instead, he decides to go in trashing and bashing. And I want to just show you how stupid this guy is. I have sent 3 communications to Bruce Castor Jr. and Joseph Lesniak regarding what appears to be a bogus and fraudulent injunction and lawsuit filed by At Night and other plaintiffs. First of all, it's not bogus. It's not fraudulent. It is actually saturated in good case law. It seemed no one wants to go on record about this failed attempt to, first of all, there is attorney-client privilege. You ain't getting a hold of our attorneys to discuss stuff that goes on your page so you can sit there. They ain't going to talk to you, nor are they required to talk to you except through the courts. It seemed no one wants to go on the record about this failed attempt to intimidate others, not just a failure, but a potentially criminal conduct. There is no criminal conduct going on here except your criminal conduct, sir. This situation appears to involve forgery. What forgery? So he's going, I produce receipts. He produces his feelings. Not one, there's nothing even attached here to support any of his statements. There's no case law here. There's no information. There's nothing. There's a stupid email sent to Lesniak citing a defective motion. First of all, Pennsylvania, I hate to burst your bubble, dum-dum, doesn't recognize defective motions. There's no such thing as a defective motion in Pennsylvania law, dum-dum. So they're probably laughing their asses off every time.
Sorry, a triggered Betty before bed might be against like doctor's orders. A triggered Betty before bed, a bed bug Betty in bed. I mean, hey, you take it any way you get it, right? But well, that's Betty's slogan behind Chili's, from what I hear. Anyways, but if you can't handle the trigger yelling, I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. I can't shut her up. We can't fix her. We're in for the ride. Sorry.
Time they get an
She doesn't calm down.
email from you because you act like you want to sound professional, but anybody reads your email that has a legal background knows you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, but you do, right? You do. You did. You did this, Betty. Go you. You did all of this. Look at you go. You are so brilliant. Those brains are just oozing out of that head. Yeah, that's what this says. You know what you're talking about. Sure. I've never seen so much confidence in themselves.
So the situation appears to involve forgery. Each of the plaintiffs is liable because they signed verification while knowing that Bruce Castor Jr. was not their attorney. When did I ever sign an affidavit saying that an attorney is an attorney? That was not part of my affidavit. The attorneys are whoever's filing the suit. I could care less what attorneys are on there, whether I have consulted with.
Why are you stuttering all over, Betty? Oh, wait, because is this the actual filing that's got Bruce Castor's name on it? You don't know? Why are you stuttering? What's got you so upset there, Betty? And I'm not making fun of anybody with a stutter. Betty was shitting in this moment. Because here's the name on the filing. She had no way out of this. Again, not mocking anybody with a stutter. Betty was shitting her pants in this moment. That's what was catching her tongue. Don't get it twisted. She was shitting her pants, and this might have been why. But let's let her continue.
Bruce, or whether I've consulted with Joe, that's my attorney-client privilege. And this asshole is not entitled to know any of that, nor am I going to discuss it with.
So that had to be a whoopsie, right? Whoopsie, Betty made an oopsie, because attorney-client privilege would be between an attorney that's representing you, right? Your attorney. Right. That's the only client privilege that would exist. So if he's not your attorney, there would be no such thing as attorney-client privilege at all. You know, that kind of thing, how this little thing called the legal process works. But hey, whoopsie, made an oopsie. Don't just, who's counting, right? We're not counting. These didn't happen. Shh, don't tell a friend.
Why? Because I want to see his ass sued. Okay, I am a plaintiff. I'm going after this Yahoo lawfully and legally. From what I have been informed, they do not sign retainer agreements with him. Who's informed you of that? Where's your receipt that nobody has signed a retainer agreement? I'm not producing confidential information to support this Yahoo. How in the world would this Yahoo really?
How would it be confidential information if the man's not representing you and it was just a whoopsie, honest mistake?
No, from what I have been informed. Who informed him? Do you guys really believe this? I don't believe any of them fully comprehend the scope of legal trouble they are now that they now face. Dude, you're the only one facing legal trouble.
Oh.
Including violating your private investigator license.
They did all this.
In Tennessee.
They did this.
To ensure everyone is clear, here are the names of the plaintiffs involved. These individuals are being sued separately and will likely face litigation for years to come. Isn't this the same asshole that is accused or has stated that he was going to sue me like 3 or 4 times in the state of Florida for defamation? And all these little hate channels come up, oh, Betty's getting sued again. Betty's getting sued again. And I say, bring it.
Well, I think you got enough on your hands right now, to be honest, but let's go up here. Let's just fast forward it. She has, SF hits a nerve with these ladies. He got one so triggered the other night that she said that she was single. She forgot a whole spouse. She fucking straight up forgot that motherfucking spouse like a fucking 5-pound bag of potatoes at the grocery store. Fucking, she was out so fast. He had her so upset and going that she says she's just a single girl. Motherfucker, she forgot that whole spouse and all in that minute. She was on up out of there. He had her so fucking all over the place. He does something to these ladies.
So, good morning.
I think it's called charming. I don't think that's what it is.
Morning, everyone. Be blessed, Ginger Girl says. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What does Blackhawk say? Also, all they do is pay Bruce Castor if they haven't already. You can retain a lawyer after the fact. My guess is that's why Bruce Bruce hasn't responded to SF. Bruce can't.
Do you hear this?
Because even if they chose to not retain him for this or to take him off the case so he can work on another case for them or something to that effect.
Take him off this case? Did she say that? Wait, listen closely here. Let me make sure it's on regular speed. Yep, it is. Okay, listen closely again.
Bruce can't. Because even if they chose to not retain him for this or to take him off the case so he can work on another case for them or something to that effect.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. We still have attorney.
Take him off this case and let him work on something else for them? Why would he need taken off this case? Why would that? He's not on this case, right? That was just a... Wait, what the fuck are you guys doing here? You guys confused me again. I'm sorry. I got to go back and play this again. Because remember, Betty, fuck off. It was just a whoopsie, an honest mistake.
And not to make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already, Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
No.
Right. He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake.
That 1 minute clip right there of yours might have been a harmless mistake too.
Non-issue.
Good night.
Really. Might have been a harmless mistake when you guys were out here previously saying shit like this. I mean, what did he say right here? Or Betty say? Let's listen again. Let's make sure we hear it. Oh, I didn't even have the volume all the way turned up. Here you go.
Bruce can't. Because even if they chose to not retain him for this or to take him off the case so he can work on another case for them or something to that effect, it doesn't matter. We still have attorney-client privilege.
Oh.
That attorney-client privilege doesn't get severed just because you no longer work with the attorney anymore.
Oh.
And I'm not even acknowledging that we're not working with him. At the end of the day, that is confidential information, and who we use for paperwork and who we're going to be using to argue this case is based upon what the plaintiffs want.
Is that... Fuck my life. God, what's wrong with us, you guys? This was all a fucking... Right here. I'm sorry, guys. This was a whoopsie oopsie.
Blessed.
This happened on December 28th.
Ginger Girl says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you." What does Blackhawk say? Also, all they do is pay Bruce Castor if they haven't already. You can retain a lawyer after the fact. My guess is that's why Bruce hasn't responded to SF. Bruce can't. Because even if they chose to not retain him for this or to take him off the case so he can work on another case for them or something to that effect, it doesn't matter. We still have attorney-client privilege. That attorney-client privilege doesn't get severed just because you no longer work with the attorney anymore. And I'm not even acknowledging that we're not working with him. At the end of the day, that is confidential information, and who we use for paperwork and who we're going to be using to argue this case is based.
Who you use for paperwork? So now there's an attorney that just does paperwork and went to argue a case. Is that what we're trying to stumble upon here? Like, what are we doing here, Betty? This is called caught with pants down moment. Well, that's typical of you, though. You don't usually wear pants.
Based upon what the plaintiffs want. Attorneys can be hired and fired at any time. Then they can be interchanged, right? For example, he's licensed in Pennsylvania, right?
Right, but there's a paper trail that follows this. Just an FYI.
So if Joe Lesniak can't, even if Bruce Castor's not even on this filing, if say Joe Lesniak can't make it to a court hearing and calls Bruce and says, "Hey, can you fill in for me at this court hearing?" Guess what? Bruce can fill in with him at the court hearing without being the attorney of record.
Yep, they can just
letting you guys know. Like I said, this Yahoo is a Yahoo. But I'm not going to get into anything when it comes to our attorneys, what's going on behind the scenes, who's doing what behind the scenes, what each attorney is being hired for.
They can just do a swap out, call in sick. You know, what the hell is she talking about? She knows better than this. She knows better than this. Like, what? They file notices. This is wild.
Doing that is our attorney-client privilege. As much information as you guys are allowed to know is what's in the court record, right? And that's all I'm going to be speaking about, right? It is what it is. I have no comment when it comes to ongoing active legal investigations, legal actions in which I'm a party to, period.
Fair, man.
Didn't do it in QB's lawsuit, except here and there about certain hearings we've had. I don't talk about my legal stuff. You guys don't hear me talking too much about my legal stuff in Tennessee. But I can tell you there is definitely, without a doubt, overwhelming amount of information on these people. And when I say that, I mean that. You're talking about a major deep dive investigation. Some of the work that I would never be able to discuss with you guys. But I'm absolutely confident that what this man is saying is yet another distraction. We called him out, we provided receipts, and he provided his feelings.
Okay, I heard that, right?
When searching for Layla Sandinello, black leggings, white tank top were found, SF left them. Year later, still there, he's incompetent. The man has no business working for these families. He is disingenuous. He looks for the families that have problems and he exploits them for profit. So, I don't know. He keeps calling everybody else a grifter, but I don't know any of a grift other than that. That is truly swindling, right? We get tips on our channel. I'm not saying, ooh, I'm going to go and do 50 million flips in the air for $10, guys. And then I get my $10 and it's like I'm going to the candy store, but I ain't doing the flips, right? That's kind of what he's doing, not what we're doing. He's the one promising the whole entire world. He's the one doing damage control for these people. God knows what he's being paid to do all this. I'm very interested in that. I'm pretty sure that can be ordered by the judge at some later time down the road. I'm sure his contracts, everything are going to be, because they have no exemptions from law. There is no private investigator.
Dog whistling 101 with Bullhorn Betty. That's what I like to call this.
Like exemption, like attorney-client privilege, right? So they are subject to the court. Their information, their practices, everything is, it can be discovered, right? So I'm interested in this, but I'm not going to dive too much into it. I just want to tell you that I did not forge any documents. Everything I signed was true and correct to my knowledge and belief, with supporting, like overwhelming support.
Not her fucking swearing under oath on her channel. Before I fell asleep, 500 for BJ. Green teen-ish. Had this filing not become available, how were you going to proceed to alleviate your issues with GW, etc.? Would it have entailed RICO and RO elements too? This is fucking crazy, right? Thank you so much for the support, LFT. Yeah, this is just what the fuck, man?
Supporting evidence to support each and every one of my claims in my affidavit. I did not add anything to that affidavit that I could not fully support by documentation or visual aid. So there's whatever he's saying out there in the world is just another distraction to take the heat off him. He's an unscrupulous PI. I want to read this for you. I'm going to get this out because I did this yesterday and I forgot to read it. And this is one of the pieces of work. I know we went over a lot of this stuff, but I wanted to read all this to you as well. And it says, in Tennessee, private investigators, PIs, are governed by the Tennessee Private Investigator Licensing and Regulatory Act. And this is Tennessee Code Annotated Section 6-26-201, which establishes strict rules and regulations to ensure lawful ethical practice. Below is detailed breakdowns of relevant law and guidelines for private investigators in Tennessee.
Not her dog whistling. No, that's not what was happening. And then now we have Julie doing the same thing. Couldn't be, right? Let's kick it forward, because I've kept you guys here 2 hours already and it's late. So I could do this for hours, as you guys can tell. There are so many clips. There's Spanky. There's other people talking about Castor. There's so many things that you could insert here. Like, seriously, there are so many whoopsie made an oopsie moments that we have skipped over, of them puffing their chests and saying this man was representing them. But I'm just trying to cover a few more of the like pieces that stand out to me. And we'll get out of here as fast as possible. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. These whoopsie oopsies are a pretty big deal, in my opinion.
There's an attorney that was fraudulently added and states that he has this letter. And I've said it looks fake to me. I don't know where he got it. All I know is Bruce Castor I was never under the impression he was my attorney, you know. But he's been going on this to make this case look bad or try to devalue what's going on inside that case. And so all of these lies for at least a month just got stopped yesterday with, or maybe it was earlier today, with Nick posting the email from Bruce Castor, which in all fairness, I wouldn't have advised him to do that. I don't engage in providing receipts to people that have no receipts. But either way, I think it's important to know that once again, this unscrupulous PI is caught lying. And I truly believe he's caught lying again when he's talking, when he was on panel and talking about whether or not he has contact with law enforcement. We know that Hong with At Night challenged him on that. And while I don't want to get into the weeds, I think it's important for truth and transparency that these people have been caught lying about many, many things throughout this process. When are people going to start realizing that these are lies, which is i.e. for misrepresentation, misinformation, and disinformation?
Anybody want to tell her? You guys want to take this one? You guys want to take this one? Because who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? Anybody want to tell him? Should we let this one tell her? This is what you were supposed to say. You must, shh, this didn't happen.
Yes, and not to make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already, Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
Good night, Sinner. Sleep well.
Oh, good night, Sinner.
Non-issue. Just that pesky little non-issue, right? Right? Just the pesky little non-issue. What are you guys talking about? Just a pesky little mistake. Yeah, I mean, shit. How dare they have these pesky little mistakes? Let's go back and listen to this again.
Been on this diatribe for weeks now that, in the RICO case, there's an attorney that was fraudulently added and states that he has this letter. And I've said it looks fake to me. I don't know where he got it. All I know is Bruce Castor I was never under the impression he was my attorney, you know. but he's been going on this to make this case look bad or try to devalue what's going on inside that case. And so all of these lies for at least a month just got stopped yesterday with, or maybe it was earlier today, with Nick posting the email from Bruce Castor, which in all fairness, I wouldn't have advised him to do that. I don't engage in providing receipts to people that have no receipts. But either way, I think it's important to know that once again, this unscrupulous PI is caught lying. And I truly believe he's caught lying again when he's talking, when he was on panel and talking about whether or not he has contact with law enforcement. We know that.
What does that have to do anything with the RICO? Castor, why don't you want to talk about the actual conversation? Was it because of this? And you had said what before? What was it? I can't remember. Let's see. Let's find that one. Oh, this one right here. This one. Did you guys lose audio? No sound. Okay. Are we back? Can you guys hear me? It said really quick. Yep, I got you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Going back to it. Okay. Let me know if you can hear it. If you got sound back, it did the little disconnection thing. Let's try it again.
Yeah. Because even if they chose to.
Let me back that up though.
What does Blackhawk say? Also, or all they do is pay Bruce Castor if they haven't already. You can retain a lawyer after the fact. My guess is that's why Bruce hasn't responded to SF.
Thank you.
Bruce can't, because even if they chose to not retain him for this or to take him off the case so he can work on another case for them or something to that effect, it doesn't matter. We still have attorney-client privilege. That attorney-client privilege doesn't get severed just because you no longer work with the attorney anymore. And I'm not even acknowledging that we're not working with him. At the end of the day, that is confidential information, and who we use for paperwork and who we're going to be using to argue this case is based upon what the plaintiffs want. Attorneys can be hired and fired at any time. Then they can be interchanged, right? For example,
Betty, if you happen to watch this, don't leave yet. I got a chef's kiss coming up for you at the end of this. You and your co-plaintiff over here.
He's licensed in Pennsylvania, right? So if Joe Lesniak can't, even if Bruce Castor's not even on this filing, if say Joe Lesniak can't make it to a court hearing and calls,
we're gonna almost make this a no pants party by the end of this.
Bruce and says, "Hey, can you fill in for me at this court hearing?" Guess what? Bruce can fill in with him at the court hearing without being the attorney of record. Just letting you guys know. Like I said, this Yahoo is a Yahoo.
Yahoos. You know who else was the Yahoo at one point in time? Wait, couldn't be this one, could it? Now you guys are seeing how these pre-records happen in my brain.
Yes, and not to
in real time. That's how these pre-records come to be, is you guys are watching how I think of this in real time.
Make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. He's already Bruce Castor himself.
May, she deserves the truth to be known, and I will continue to stand on that. They deserve. This isn't RICO and racketeering, no matter whichever way. The shit they've said is unbelievable.
Has already responded to their attorneys, it's a non-issue.
Non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake.
Whoops.
It's there. It is non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
Good night, sinner. Sleep well.
Oh, good night, Sinner.
You know what Betty one time said, because Trump was coming in, she talked about when Trump was taking over. Anybody remember that? You guys remember October 23rd? Let's go back here. Let's see what she had to say.
We're going to find this boy until we know where he's at. How are we going to know where he's at?
I think she talks about the courthouse and justice system.
Following the damn leads.
I'm pretty sure, in fact, it might be interesting for you guys, Betty and BJ, to hear.
That's how we're going to know. Okay? And the people that were in and around this child's life. I'm not able to do it. So I make sure I'm not associated with anybody that is. So if that's not obstructing a investigation, I don't know what is, right? We have a right to be investigative reporters, and never in my life have I ever been obstructed from being able to do my job, except in Sumner County. What do they have to hide? What do they have to hide? That's my question. And why are people, because we hear what's going on in the streets. We hear what people say. We hear things that are coming out of their own department. We hear these things, okay? You know, at the end of the day, we all hear them. So why are they so overly protective of two people? Just doesn't make sense. But
let me slow this down right quick, because you're going to want to pay attention to what she's about to say pretty soon.
Say la vie. We'll be going in front of this judge, this judge that I've lost all. This county has made me question. You guys know.
And once again, I'm not saying that to be condescending. I'm saying that because a lot of people don't pay attention and will miss something, and they'll just be listening. And it's a part I want to make sure that they get to hear. I'm not trying to be condescending when I say that. I've tried to tell you guys that. But sometimes I just remind you guys, pay attention, because these are good little catches.
I have been a law and order person. I believe in the court's process. I believe in all of this, right? Up until this has shaken. You know, I see what Trump has gone through with this lawfare, and I hope to God that if people I hope it starts becoming a felony to utilize the court system to injure somebody. I hope.
Did you hear that? Did you guys catch what just came out of her mouth? She hopes it becomes a felony to utilize the court system to injure somebody. Let's listen to that again. She's not Betty comparing herself to Trump, right? Not martyr Betty. Is that what we're doing?
Has made me question. You guys know I have been a law and order person. I believe in the court's process. I believe in all of this, right? Up until this has shaken. You know, I see what Trump has gone through with this lawfare, and I hope to God that if people I hope it starts becoming a felony to utilize the court system to injure somebody.
You don't say. You don't say.
I hope it becomes a criminal offense, because it needs to be a criminal offense as well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Betty. I do.
Anyways, and moreover, past perjury, or they need to have perjury. They need to make that a felony. And
well, we just saw her give her oath on YouTube, raised her right hand and all. So, I mean, I agree with you, Betty.
Or put some criteria like they do for all these other crimes. Like if you do this is a Class A misdemeanor. If you go this way in perjury, this is a Class B misdemeanor. If you do this is a Class C felony. You know, something like that, a tiered system depending on what happened. Because perjury resulted in an arrest for me, and I think that should be a felony. So we'll see where this goes. But we need to quit talking about, I think for all social media creators aside, we all need to quit talking about.
Let me remind you of the date of this. This is 5 days after the filing dropped. She said all this 5 days after the filing dropped. on the 23rd. How delusional. Like I said earlier, I don't ever want to experience this level of delusion. Never. Don't want to do. Nope. Saying this shit. Nope.
Court cases and just start staying focused on Sebastian Wing, Drake Rogers. We're going to start talking about some talking points that are coming out of these interviews with the parents, the father, the stepfather, and the mother. We're going to discuss this without fear. Okay, without fear. We're doing nothing wrong. We're doing anything everybody else is doing, just not mainstream media, right?
Oh.
We don't have to be mainstream media. We are alternative media. It's not that we don't like mainstream media. I got a lot of friends in mainstream media.
You're alternative media, huh? Oh, well, that's what we call this, huh?
Quite frankly, a lot of friends. I don't like the fact
Is that like the pantsless journalist community or something?
that they're controlled by boardrooms and
Alternative means no wearing pants to work.
politicians and law enforcement. They hinder the flow of information that the public is entitled to. And we don't do that. And that does unnerve people. And they can be unnerved all they want. But is it unlawful? No, it's not. All right, guys. God bless. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound to cure. And until next time.
Don't forget that, you guys. Come on now. You heard it from Betty. Don't forget. Don't forget. I need to make sure. Like, we're going to listen to this little tidbit right here again, just for shits and giggles. Don't let this fall short on you.
People I hope it starts becoming a felony to utilize the court system to injure somebody. I hope it becomes a criminal offense because it needs to be a criminal offense as well. Anyways, and moreover, past perjury, or they need to have perjury. They need to make that a felony. And or put some criteria like they do for all these other crimes. Like if you do this is a Class A misdemeanor. If you go this way in perjury, this is a Class B misdemeanor. If you do this is a Class C felony. Something like that, a tiered system depending on what happened. Because perjury resulted in an arrest for me, and I think that should be a felony.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I mean, what it,
This and not to make a deal. LC, it was a genuine mistake. Bruce Castor himself has already responded to their attorneys. It's a non-issue.
Right.
He's Dog the Bounty Hunter's attorney. It was a genuine mistake. There it is. Non-issue. He even said that it was a harmless mistake. That was his words. Harmless mistake. It's a non-issue.
Good night, sir.
I mean, totally typical, right? To have a random attorney end up on paperwork claiming that they're counsel for the plaintiffs. It being in a press conference, press release from One World Court, it being on the lips of all the plaintiffs, talked about, couldn't tell if he was working for them, didn't know all the different things. But it was just an honest little mistake. Whoopsie, I made an oopsie. I mean, the moral of the story is, what the actual fuck are you guys doing? Have you read the filing? Do you know what's in the filing? Can we do that? Plaintiffs, can we do that? Can you read the filing? Can you catch up on what's going on here? Because the way you guys be talking about this, like, whoopsie, made an oopsie, what are we doing? This is the court system. This isn't just YouTube videos. You guys chose to go as real life as possible. Just remember that. Like, this is as real life as it gets. Making false allegations in a court system. You did that. You've done that. You did that. You did all of that. Nobody's going to try to take that from you. Nope, you can have all of that. You guys will be the true crimers that thought they were so good at true crime that they made false allegations and weaponized our justice system while screaming for injustices, right? Needing to get justice for victims. Meanwhile, using the dignity of a victim for games. You guys did all that. Nobody's going to try to take that from you. You guys will get to forever wear those crowns. Yeah. Sure will. This is mind-blowing to me, right? Duchess, who even are you? Janet, I will check them right now. Hold on, let me find my phone. Thank you so much for the support too. Thank you. Hold on. Oh, she doesn't like being tagged. Janice in accounting tagged Brittany in a post and said, allegedly, I wanted to make sure you were aware that Nonsense was reviewing your statements from last night. It is clear you don't want your followers to know the truth, but that's okay because the judge may weigh in on Tuesday. At some point, you will have to take accountability for the claims you make, and we will be here for when you do. Night, night. Because she doesn't like to be tagged in posts. Can she turn that off? Can she just turn that off? Can you guys stop talking about this filing that she's a plaintiff in? Like, oh, thank you for the giggle. This is too much. This is genuinely too much. Duchess sent me this earlier today, or told me I needed to go grab this. So we're going to finish it out here. This is wild, you guys. This is just absolutely wild. What do you even make out of this shit? Tell me what sums up, like, what is a feeling? What are you leaving here feeling tonight? Be honest. You can be like annoyed, frustrated, whatever is it. Tell me what you're feeling walking away. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? These people walk amongst us, people. These people walk amongst us. I'm going to play this and watch for your answers.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of...
That was the beautiful Miss Duchess that made that. Frustrated. This is just wild. It is wild. Chico, it's insane. It's crazy to me that took the bait. Get your sleuth on. They told Okimon, and they told everybody it was a big deal. Like, they told everybody it was a big deal. Ohana, I agree. Yeah, Akira. Gary, I know. It's freaking wild. You guys are expanding all the time. The support has been incredible, but you guys make sure this injustice deserves to be supported. I stand fully on that. If you have extra, please go hit up their legal representation funds. That you've heard it. The intent was, you heard them say that they could settle. We've gone back and listened to barbecue settlement offer, and there's no fucking way. And we heard them offer Granny, like Nick. We heard the live streams that he was in, what he offered her publicly. Like, never mind. You can't explain it to people that don't want to hear it either. But it's just wild to me. Like, it's fucking wild to me that people are even trying to okay this. Absolutely insane. Go hit up their legal fund, though, because they deserve to be supported through this. They didn't ask for this. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. The other half is texting, so I get nightly baby cow pics, so You guys have a good night, and I might see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holiday, so if I do, it'll probably be in the afternoon. Good night, you guys. Thank you for joining me.